A new year, but the same problem. St. Paul ended 2019 with a total of 30 homicides, the highest in 30 years.
And after just a few weeks of 2020, there have already been 3 deaths. Tonight, city leaders and state leaders had a candid conversation with the community about the violence. And our Janelle Klein was there. Janelle?
Randy and Julie, St. Paul churches usually reserve Wednesday nights for prayer services and Bible studies, but several pastors canceled those tonight so they could talk about gun violence. About 200 people packed a room at Mount Olivet Missionary Baptist Church to question law enforcement and elected officials about the spike in shootings. Last year's 30 homicides marked a 30-year high in St. Paul. Shootings, police say, are largely due to illegal guns. Chief Todd Axtell says he wants to use spot shotter technology to help police pinpoint where gunshots happen. But Mayor Melvin Carter says he thinks community programs and outreach are a better and more effective use of money.
After-school programs, youth jobs, relationship-based approaches that implement a public health type of model, hospital-based violence prevention, some of those types of things. It's a pretty comprehensive plan.
The city's new budget will also fund the largest police department in St. Paul history, but city leaders agree even that will not help stop the violence without community involvement. They say residents need to get involved by reporting crimes and offering information. And tonight's meeting, Randy and Julie, showing so many people interested in how to help shows they are willing to get involved.
Yeah, it's encouraging. Thanks, Janelle.